Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we currently have these guys rebelling against us right at the tail end of the episode, and it might have happened actually after I started the credits roll. We finished up our siege down over here, and so we're just going to walk up over this direction. Actually, we can't make our way in there, but we can start to siege here, just in case the Magadins decide to leave that behind. And we can head on over this direction and grab this capital so that we siege down all of this. Beautiful. This is, of course, not going to be particularly complicated. Is this capping back? Oh, yeah, it would. Of course it would. For some reason, I was thinking that there was a fort here. Maybe there was, and they deleted it. Regardless, it doesn't matter. It's not very relevant. We're just going to walk down here and siege this. I swear there was a fort here. They must have deleted it for some reason. It wouldn't have slowed us down much. It's not very much of a difference, so it's okay. We're going to finish up this siege over here. Of course, we're fighting this entirely with mercenaries. And these sieges are already basically over. Cool. We're going to move these guys over to here. And all of this gets capped. Beautiful. I was hoping that this would finish up before then. Ah, they have some mercs on the way in. 17k, we can deal with that. And I don't think, well, they're black flagged. I was going to say that I don't think they can get past this fort, but with them being black flagged, they can. We should definitely put, like, this guy in, and that does mean that we need to go through our provinces again and make sure that these are properly set up. Okay, so this, at this point, can be switched over to cultural assimilation. These remain on religious conversion. There's not a lot more religious conversion that we need to do, so that's looking good. Is there anything in here? Yes. We need to switch all of these over to cultural assimilation. Beautiful. Now, eventually, we're not going to need to do all this cultural assimilation anymore, but that is a long-term eventually. It's going to take a while. So we'll let that go. Fantastic. That did spend down a bunch of our political influence, and these guys are going to get unblack flagged when they reach here. Which means that we should bring these guys in here because there's going to instantly be a fight here, isn't there? So we need to get moving in here. And... okay, we won this battle. Or not even... yeah, we won this battle. We also won this siege simultaneously. That was very convenient. We're going to go up and win this battle. We don't appear to be capping in these areas. This guy is now in command of Legion _name _Magadi. We'll be able to deal with him as we see fit. Okay, cool. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that one, or why we're not auto-capping here. Maybe it's because these guys exist on the capital? Yeah, that's what's going on. Okay, that's fine. So we'll get these caps done. No problem there. This will auto-cap. And these guys will cap here. Beautiful. And as soon as this is done, we'll just end the war. We can probably do it now. There are more mercs on their way in, hilariously, but the war is over. We're going to sue for peace. We're going to take both of these. And beautiful. Do we lose half a point of AE? Actually, we don't have half a point of AE to lose. Okay. Well, I still don't want to lose popularity here. So we'll go with this anyway. Cool. We're going to disband these units. There we go. We don't require these mercs. We have prisoners abroad, apparently. Located in our territory, I think? I'm not sure. Regardless, it doesn't really matter. We can... let's see. I'm just seeing if there's any way to do that. No? Okay, interesting. Do we need to change any of our provinces after that? Because these two provinces were brought back into the fold. Auto-trading and religious conversion. And there's one up here too. Auto-trade, and you are on cultural assimilation. Cool. Did they break any of this stuff? Actually, yes. So we can build 3 farming settlements, which we will happily do. Any slave estates that are worth building? No, so we'll build a pair of provincial legations. Okay, looks good. So, what are we working on next? There are no additional provinces that are going to rebel anytime soon. These guys up here are a long ways away from their rebellion. I would really, really like to build buildings here or move pops in. Unfortunately, we can't for the moment. I want to check in over here. 102 out of 109. We can definitely move some pops in, which we will certainly do. 109. Cool. That does not give us any additional aqueducts to build. We can move additional pops in here, 5 of them or so. And that does allow us to build an additional aqueduct. Cool. And we can build, or rather bring in 4 additional pops over here. Cool. No additional aqueducts to be built there. We can bring a few pops in over this way. Yeah, that one we don't want to bring in. We're going to bring in just a few of these. Okay, not these guys. There we go. 81 of 81, allowing us to queue up an additional aqueduct. Okay, cool. What does that put us at for our production? Is probably not amazing. 27 out of 30. That is getting better. Unfortunately, we have these 2 disloyal cities here that we can't really work with. Taxes or stability? We're negative on stability right now. Surely no one will notice. Cool. This aqueduct is about to finish up. And once it does, we'll move in a couple of additional pops here. We can't afford a military tradition, and we are going, like, down the fort defense route, I think. Okay. Something along those lines. Cool. We can move additional pops in here, and we'll definitely do so. 14, 15, and 16. Cool. And we'll build an additional aqueduct. How are we doing on our Silk Canal? 28 out of 30. Okay. That's making progress. We're not quite where we need to be yet. And I'd love to be building here and here. But those provinces being disloyal, it is tough. We'll make a donation to the priesthood. I don't care about our cash. That seems fine. Cool. I would really like to get some additional production here, but it is what it is for now. We'll have to wait for some of these aqueducts to finish up. We are currently at 27 out of 30. We'll keep an eye on that. For Granary of India, how are we doing? We're at 91 out of 100. Okay. So the question becomes, is there any more that we can do over here? Is this province still considered disloyal and we can't move them? No, actually, we can move a few pops into here. Cool. And those are all good? Okay. Anything else that we can do in Granary of India? There was this over here. There's this up this way. Okay. So we're going to look through these. We need 8 additional production. We can move a singular pop in here. We can actually move a number in here if they are available to be moved. There's a couple of them that we can move. And that's it. Okay. So yeah, that's still at 92. 10 out of 23. Can we move pops here? No. Okay, we'll come back to that. I feel like we need to let cultural assimilation continue to work there. I think that's the primary thing that we need there. So that should be reasonably fine. We're going to be finishing up this aqueduct very, very soon. Cool. That'll get us a few additional pops here. That actually added 7. Fascinating. Well, we'll move in some of these pops. 91 and 92, allowing us to build an additional aqueduct. Beautiful. So, that is definitely snowballing over there. We're 27 out of 30 here. And we definitely need to let these populations continue to grow. We can move in a few over here, and a lot of these are not going to be ideal. But 86 and 87, cool. Unfortunately, that did not get us another aqueduct to queue up, but we do have several more queued there. So I'm not too concerned about that. That puts us at 28 out of 30. I think we can get there even with these 2 cities being unhappy. So that looks good. Veterans do, huh? Commanders like bribes, don't they? That sounds right. Excellent. So now the question is, when are we going to attack Sumpa? We are at 0 aggressive expansion. I feel like the answer is now. With Maru as our war goal. Let's do it. We've got time on all of this stuff over here. So I want to move in over this way, and I want to move in over this way. Do we hire any mercs for this war? I think the answer is yes. I'm going to hire these mercs. They are going to come and siege up here. Actually, I'm going to siege here instead. And then, no, I changed my mind. Here is fine. And we're going to have these guys get hired. There we go. Tick 1 day, and they're going to head up over here. Cool. They may or may not run into any forces there. There is this city up here that I'd like to take. Oh my. The Sumpan army just happened to be right here. So we're going to run away. We don't have morale to fight them with these mercs. So we're going to run away here. They might be going like here. We'll see where they're going. Looks like they're trying to chase us. I feel like they can't pull that off. This guy's disloyal. Or no, that's mercenaries. Never mind. We're good. Mercenaries are fine. So obviously we don't want this attack, right? And the reason we don't want that is because of morale. I'm going to put these guys onto Unit Reorg. I'm going to put these guys also onto Unit Reorg. And we'll let them build up their morale for a couple of month ticks. Cool. So these guys are going to group up. No problem here. And this will all be under our control. We will head up and start sieging this fort. We're keeping an eye on these lads out over this way. For the moment, it seems fine. We'll give it another month tick or two. This battle will happen on 27 September. Do we travel or does the battle happen first? I don't know. We'll find out. We made it out. Cool. We're going to go back onto Unit Reorg for the month tick. There we go. Much better as far as that goes. And these guys are going to move over here. They're going to move slowly, for sure. We'll recuperate this guy's losses. We'll gain legitimacy. We don't need cash. Cash is not all that relevant for us. We do see a fair number of Seleukid troops down over here. The Seleukids are going to be a bit of a threat to us. And basically the only ones in this region left. So we'll have to be careful about that. At this point, I want one additional month tick before our mercs are really ready to fight. Cool. There we go. We'll call that good, and we're going to come up here and fight. And then we're going to come off of Unit Reorg here, and we're going to head down here and eventually fight that. Excellent. How are our sieges going? Slowly is the answer. Well, this went poorly. Okay. That went very poorly. I'm assuming we're going to go better over here. It's fine. We aren't using our levies. They're going to get this fort eventually. We'll go back onto Unit Reorg. Really? This guy is going there? What? I wanted you to siege. Apparently we gave up on that siege. Well, if we gave up on that siege, we're going to come over here and fight these guys. There's no point in going back to the siege. In fact, we can send the mercs to go do these sieges. Would be the idea. Okay. So we take that back. We're going to head up over this way. And we're going to have no problem crushing their army here. None whatsoever. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely no issues. So there we go. A steadfast victory indeed. And we're going to head up over this direction. We're going to try to catch this force if we can. Okay. At this point, we need to let them lock in. And now go in here. There we go. Cool. So we're 0% here, and we're going to take this city. Sure. Seems fine. We're going to work on fighting some of their armies with our legions here. Eventually, we'll take this back. There we go. Cool. The siege is at -21. Okay. And we won the battle down over here, fully expected. We're going to have this unit of mercs come up here and siege. We're going to have our legions attack and our mercs siege at this point. That seems to be what's necessary. So for the time being, our legions are going to be playing defense. Yeah, I see them taking this down over here. We're going to head on down there. And this legion will be freed up fairly soon. So that's good. We are getting ticking war score at this point. So we have a small addendum here. And the question is, what are we going to take in the peace deal? Well, I definitely want to take this. But we're going to want to push up. Like I said, well, honestly, I'd like to take all of this. I don't think we're going to get away with that. I really don't think that the game will let us do that. That would be insane. We're going to head down over here. And take all of this over, eventually. We do need to call down an omen, and I'm going to do state religion happiness. Cool. That should be fine. I want to potentially check in up over this direction. We can queue up an additional aqueduct, and I'm completely okay with doing that. We'll move in a couple of additional pops here, and we can move in 4 additional pops here. Actually, that's all we have. Everyone else here is producing silk. Okay. So nothing we can do there. What about over this way? Yeah, we can move a few pops in here and queue up an additional aqueduct. I'm assuming that we're still not able to really do anything over here. Yeah, that's the case. And I'm assuming that to be the case here as well. Yep. However, we can definitely move a couple of pops in over this direction, or can we? A lot of these would be uncolonized. Yeah, we can move a couple. And queue up an additional aqueduct. So how is that doing for our silk? Still 28 out of 30. Okay. Noted. That'll continue working for a little bit. And we'll check in on that later. Cool. So our mercs are making their way through here. We definitely want to come take this fort. So these guys now need to start heading up this direction. I do see these guys heading down here to take back the war goal. It's very rude of them. Eventually, these forts will fall. Okay, so we need to make our way down this direction. I guarantee you that's where they're going. We're pretty far behind them. They'll take that back. It's not the biggest of deals, but they will do that. Okay, just checking that state capital there. It's completely fine. We do need a new praesister here. And who do we want that to be? Actually, the most qualified guy is from the Scorn family, so that sounds good. We do have starving pops out over this direction. No shockers there. With just how many slaves we've moved into these cities. Do we want to go for like a granary here? Potentially. We could max that out with granaries. Build a granary here as well. Build a few granaries in these locations just to help support these mega cities, right? That would be the idea here. Just make their food more efficient. Cool. So something along the lines of that. In theory, we may want to downgrade that from being a city, but for the time being, this'll do. And we're going to catch some of their forces up over here, and they're just getting absolutely crushed. Beautiful. Martial advances have advanced, and what were we planning to do here? That is a good question. I believe we were thinking about making our way to something over here, perhaps? I've completely forgotten what our plan was for attacks. Civic advances don't really have all that many things at this point. We do have things that we can work through for our martial advances, right? There's no doubt about that. But I think what we really need is happiness from non-state, like, non-cultures. So just, like, national happiness. Integrated culture happiness is fine. National slave happiness sounds really good, actually. So we'll just grab 4% national slave happiness. We're going to win this battle with no problem. And these guys are walking into us. We're going to start walking up over here. We stack wiped some force there, and we win this siege. Cool. We're going to take these guys up over to here. This we will absolutely win. I don't think we'll stack wipe it. And actually, their reinforcements got there in time. We're still going to win it. I didn't expect their reinforcements to necessarily get there in time, though. Okay, so we're going to head over to, like, this fort is going to be slightly awkward for us, and we will get that fort soon enough. Yeah, there's a lack of food here. No shockers there. This siege needs to wrap up. That is a very high priority. Okay, religious advances, and we do need to have these guys have a commander, apparently. So who do we actually need for that? We need a Naga. Well, this guy's not terrible. We'll put him in. Okay. And then we will do that. Cool. So, we just finished up another advance here. We were working our way through here. Omen power. Omen power, divine sacrifice cost. I think we need to work on our food more than anything. So that's grain rations is part of that. Global monthly food modifier down this way. So we can take integrated culture happiness into bread stamp. Cool. That'll do. We're going to take back the war goal here soon. And once these guys finish this cap, we're going to head up to here. There we go. Beautiful. Why are we attacking here? There's no point. We're going to come over here, take out this Sumpan army. There's a poor harvest, apparently, and we'll seize grain from the visiting merchants. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, we need to come down this direction and try to catch this force if we can. Push them up this way. That would be ideal. Beautiful. So we win this battle. No shockers there. To victory. And we'll cap this location. Excellent. These guys are walking away. Okay, we won this siege. Beautiful. I want these guys to come up and siege up here. Now, I know that the Magadans are already doing that, but I want to make sure that this fort falls. So we're going to send an army up to make sure of that. And we can push in over this way, but these guys, they really do need to resupply here. So we may want to have them back off somewhere. Let's go into the supply limit map mode. Okay. For now, they could go here, or we could have them back off over here, which would be slightly better. Bountiful harvest. Cool. We'll take the stability. And we'll hop back into terrain map mode. Okay. Just keep chasing these guys down. We're going to catch them here. Perfect. We are running a little bit low on our soldiers here, so these guys need to not really resupply, but they need to get filled back up of manpower. Cool. We took out this army. No problem there. Now, this force is going to move up over to supply map mode, not trade goods. Up to about here. That'll do for now. Because they are out of food, so they need to get additional food. And this force is just looking to replenish its soldier count. We know that they need about 8,000. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on this situation here. We should probably make our way back up over here. We have enough food. All we need is time to get soldiers in here. So that should be okay. These guys are making their way in. We may want to fight here. Ooh, plus 5% integrated culture happiness. We'll happily take that. We do need a long name family member here. this guy. Cool. I imagine I could figure out how to pronounce that, but that's all too many vowels. There we go. Cool. Okay, so we're making our way up over this direction. These guys are going to fight us here. We may want to come in and reinforce this. This is saying we'll probably win. I'm not convinced of that. Especially as their reinforcements come in. Yeah. This is what I thought would happen. We're going to retreat this force. Unfortunately, that does mean that we end up losing our siege progress here. But that's okay. We're cleaning up some of these fronts over this way. Really? These guys are leaving? This is why I wanted to have control over this siege. Unfortunately, they reset their siege. They are attacking up over this way, which is fine. Okay, they're going to take back this area. That's expected. These guys are going to go back onto unit reorg, and we're going to move this force up over here. These guys have recovered some of their food. They're going to need to come out this direction and deal with these guys. These guys are heading south. They should be stopped by this fort, though. So they shouldn't be able to go too far this way. Cool. This unit reorg will finish up over here eventually. We do need to assign a title here. This will go to the most qualified gentleman. Fantastic. And it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish up this slightly awkward war against Sumpa. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. We just got an innovation. We are taking bread stamp. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.